past, I had promised that I'll be solving real problems in this channel about JavaScript and any other problem. Today, I found one problem. As I was working on this project, replicating this Call West site, I found it looking kinda amazing. I loved the typography, the spacing, the colors, so I decided why not try to maybe replicate and maybe I'll find something. I had not even gone far and I found one problem here that I needed to put my thoughts down on paper and reason it out as a developer and come up with a solution. I'm proud to announce that I successfully came up with a solution. I'll show you my reasoning through it, but let me show you what the problem was. It was very simple. It was numbers counting down, then reaching a certain number, then stopping. So let's approach the problem in a developer way, in a logical way, and let's program it, ladies and gentlemen. Shall we? My thinking on how they came up with this counter was maybe they just used some time interval, and honestly I tried a bit of it. Look at the magic that happened. It worked, but I had one problem. It was only working for this number, so I had to find a way for it to work for all the numbers. That's when for my query selector I had to choose query selector all and use that one class on all my elements. I looped through them to get each one of them and added an if statement to make it stop when a certain number is reached. That's where I introduced an attribute to get the exact numbers. But again, I realized there's no uniformity with the numbers. For a small number like 30, it's reaching the end faster than this 5,000, which it takes a lot of time to reach its limit. So I wanted to find a way where both 30 and 5,000 can reach the end at the same time. And the way I try to approach this is by thinking about people running. They have different distances to cover, but they have the same time to use to reach that same distance. And so to achieve this, the one with a shorter distance will have to run very, very slowly, and the one with a wider distance will have to run very, very fast. That's where I had to involve a bit of math here. It could be a bit tough, but I had to maneuver through it. As for my first variable, total duration finds how long the whole animation should take. The second variable sets how often we update the numbers. Then at the end we calculated how many updates will happen in total. As always, we looked over each class element to make each counter independent, and then set time interval to start repeating the timer often after every 10 milliseconds. This variable progress, I used it for my calculations. Attribute over total time calculates how much of the target should be covered in one step. Counter multiplies how many steps have passed to get the current ideal progress. Math flow rounds down the whole number we want to display. Math min ensures to always show a number less than the attribute. And the final step is to display the numbers as on the page. I used backticks because I wanted to add a suffix plus to my display. And after that, we added an if statement to stop repeating the timer so the code no longer runs, so the animation stops. Hopefully you found something valuable out of this video. Other than that, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and it also motivates me to continue doing videos like this. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time we part our ways. See you next time in another video. Bye bye.